So it's called the HeartSell strategy. Now, too often we sell by the hard sell strategy, H-A-R-D. But in order to win the hearts and minds of your customers and improve on your revenue bottom line, you got to reach out to their heart. So it's called the hard sell strategy. So instead of the hard sell, call it the hard sell. With the hard sell, you are aligning with the values of your customers. Okay? Be they romance, glamour, security, speed, choices, freedom, wellness. What is it that makes your mall so special, whether it's new mall or an existing mall? So let's ask ourselves, what are the values that other companies and industries that are giving to others to create that, what you call the ultimate customer's experience? Okay, it's not just an experience, but it's an ultimate customer's experience that penetrates into your heart and your mind directly, specifically to you, and collectively as a group, as a culture. So let's look at America. Okay, America has well-recorded examples, as that what Ian said. And let's just look at America for a while. And the industry, or rather the ultimate customer experience that is leading the shopping center industry is coming from the institutions, the universities. Students are no longer just choosing a university to go to because of the curriculum or the lecturer that's preaching there. Yeah. They're looking at what amenities are found in that university. So if you're looking for, if you happen to be a lady or if you're a man that loves massages and pedicures, then you go to the University of Wisconsin. Now, if you want to have the largest jacuzzi on the West Coast, you go to the Washington State University. If you want to have a second honeymoon, I would recommend this because that way you can go for your second degree as well, okay, with your spouse. And in this amenities race, if you're looking for the largest sports center, kayaking, boating, rock climbing, go to Ohio State. And the University of Cincinnati, where a lifestyle downtown walk runs right through it. Okay, so it's all about lifestyle, and children, teenagers are choosing a lifestyle over just merely credentials. Okay, so what are you giving your customers that position you directly to what they want specifically? So is it security, convenience, speed, simplicity, romance, glamour, etc.? Or is it adrenaline pumping, exciting gaming that we found that the World Cyber Games is pulling out in the world today? Okay, so I want to bring you now to the first of 8 principles that will enable you to increase your bottom line by, dare I say, at least 15%. Okay, if you come to me at lunchtime, I will whisper in your ear the 28-point audit strategy that you can use for improving the bottom line in your store right now, today. Okay, so let me just go through the first principle, and that's the take action now. Very often, a lot of malls today are just giving an experience that's broad-based, not specific, and people are coming in and enjoying the ambience and going out. Now, that's a lot of revenue that's just running out the door. In India, that is a major problem because people are just coming and socializing in malls, but they don't spend. Now, in this whole hard sell strategy, the idea is to cause your customer to spend. If not, I wouldn't be sitting right here. I was just sitting right down there right through the whole segment, and I was thinking in the mind of you as an individual sitting here, what's in it for me? Okay? How can I sit here to learn principles that I can take back and use immediately? So the first thing we need to educate our customer is it's a give and take relationship. Okay? If I give you some experience, if I excite you in something, you gotta take out some of your money and spend it. Now, how and where are you gonna spend that money? Let's look at the second principle. Okay? Second principle is you gotta ask yourself, okay, do an audit check of your mall. Where and what are people spending their money on? Okay? Okay, in America, again, there was a company called the Pyramid Coach. About 6 months ago, Mike Davis was a new owner who took over the company. And Pyramid Bus is a very exciting company that runs coach journeys that take you from one part of America to another. They can even organize coaches for you to follow a football league or even a musician. Okay, so it's a very, very desire-driven coach company. Now, when Mike Davis took this company over, he thought perhaps I could spend $500,000 US on renovating the interior of my buses. And after about 6 months, doing another audit, he found out that there wasn't very much improvement over the bottom line. And so he brought all these executives in again and asked them, now I need to know why we are not improving our bottom line. So they went out there and did a focus group, and they found out that the one very prominent reason that it wasn't doing well was because the company wasn't spending enough on training the coach drivers. People wanted to have a driver that will give them the trust, the assurance, the confidence that they will arrive safely and also be entertained, be informed, and be just made like home, yeah, just to be fun, friendly, and that was what they decided that they needed to spend their money on. So for the next 6 months, they rolled out $5 million US coaching their drivers. Now that was a radical mind shift, and we typically think it was the hardware, but today it's not about the hardware. It's about the software. You got to put more money, investments into your software to make it sticky in the minds of the customer. Okay, third principle. In order for them to spend, you got to give them the take-home experience. Okay, hold back some of the experiences that you're giving to them, and create an army of merchandising, okay, as was just talked by Phil right there, okay, that it's the actors which are the shops that will soon you away as a customer. Now, if you give them something that they can take back home, then you're taking the experience of the store back into their homes. Okay? Imagine how powerful that paradigm is. They can't take the experience from the store with them unless they buy something and bring the experience back home. So in Singapore, we have a brand called OSIM, and it's doing very, very well around the world right now in Europe, America, in the Middle East, especially in Asia. And they allow you to try the chair, okay, right in the promotional area. Now, they didn't go one step further. If they could offer the customer a free delivery back home, try it on for a weekend, you know, it's hard to return that massage chair because you don't have to look for the perfect mass user anymore. Yeah, so it's a very powerful risk reversal policy that if they did that, then they would have sold a lot more chairs. But that's the power principle that they have, bring back the experience. So about a couple of months ago, they threw in another massage chair. When you buy one, I desire. So now you can influence even more people, and more people will come to buy the experience back home. Yeah. So work with tenants, with brands that enable you to combine an experience in your mall and then take that experience back home with them. Okay, that's a very powerful paradigm. Okay, now the fourth principle is find the engaging pull factor. Okay, what pulls people? What pulls their heart? How do you make people have an experience that allows them to become like an actor, okay, with your concept, so that they can bring their friends along with them and enjoy it? So let's just look at the first one, the first example. If you've been down to the Gold Coast on a project called Chevron Renaissance, it's a very small footprint company called Infinity. Okay, I'm going to give you a lot of examples of brands, but I'm not taking any commissions from them. You can talk to them directly, okay, negotiate with them directly, but I would recommend some of these brands to come in and anchor some of your stores, okay, because they're very powerful, they attract a lot of people, okay, they give experiences that you cannot forget. The Infinity touched me in a way that was so simple but yet so profound. It's just a place that has a lot of mirrors on the sides, below you and above you, that when you go in, you start to realize how small you are in the universe. Yet you're a person that's just suspended in a big space. Right in the middle of the journey from one room to another, there was one that was completely dark, and things were just stationary, but because you had to walk right through it, you were brushing against things, and we were all screaming and wondering what was happening. And there was no mechanics involved. It was just simple stationary objects. Now, it's not about putting in a lot of money to create experiences. So that was Infinity in Australia. And of course, Wave House. Talk to Ian about Wave House Durban. Wave House was started by a guy 20, 30 years ago, and he developed how you can have a 60 miles per hour surf on land. Okay, in fact, one person wanted to sue Wave House for falling down and having a concussion, but he lost. Okay, and Wave House in Durban, Ian will tell you how an experience-led strategy will bring in millions of people, okay, to a point where when it broke down, that really affected business. Okay, so Wave House is another one of them, but the powerful business model behind Wave House is enlightening. Okay, by aligning with one single value system, which is appealing to extreme sportsmen, young people who come here to enjoy this surfing on land, they are now